Hello, my name is Josiah Reams. Recently, I've been researching the life of my great-grandmother, May Lambert. May grew up on the fairground and was an expert storyteller. While I do not have time here today to go through May's entire narrative, I will instead be choosing to focus on one particular story, as told by my great-aunt Susan. As this particular tale is one of ghosts and the supernatural, let's set the appropriate atmosphere. Enjoy.
I'll relate a story to you that was told to me by my mum. She used to clean at Wheatley Manor, well, remnants of the manor that was left. It had been taken over by harvesters, and it was an office, turned into an office then. She worked in there with a lady called Betty, and it was long-standing, known by everybody that worked there, had worked in the office, both clerical and cleaners, that the place was haunted by a lady that dressed in grey, so hence they called her the Grey Lady. Now my mum weren't fazed by this, she weren't, but the Grey Lady used to knock things over. There'd be baskets knocked over with refuge in, and phones left off the hook, and even chairs turned over. This particular day, Betty actually saw her and was absolutely terrified. In one particular office she seemed to spend her time, which was thought to be actually a bedroom. They thought that she was actually kept in the house because, although they didn't know it at the time because it wasn't known, as we know now, she had some sort of dementia, and she used to go off as a tandem, wandering all over the place. And as a lot of places had been sold off, a lot of land, to build new houses, it was frowned upon. So they kept her sort of institutionalised, for want of a better word, in the house. My mum said to Betty, well, you don't clean in there no more. I'll clean in there, I'm not bothered. I'm not frightened. But my mum said when she actually saw her, she thought Betty, I think she thought Betty were making it up. I mean, they had seen baskets turned over, phones left off hooks, and chairs tipped over where they hadn't been before. But I think my mum thought that it were a practical joke being played, but she actually did see her and actually saw the basket go over and rubbish thrown about. She said it just started like a wisp of smoke, but the smoke became denser till you could make out features. And it was an elderly lady, and she felt all hairs on the back of her neck stand up. And she sort of said, well, I sort of ignored her. I thought if I didn't acknowledge she was there and carried on with my work, it would probably be a bit better for me. But she said it scared her. It did scare her.
That was just a brief glimpse of the wealth of stories that May had to tell. Within my family, these narratives have been passed down from generation to generation, as stories tend to be. As a child, it was the ghost tales that entertained me the most, inspiring in me a love of the supernatural and horror that lasts to this day. I hope you enjoyed this ghoulish account. Thank you, and good night.